prints. Boom. This is like 20 pounds of bag and board prints, I think. Yeah, okay, so these are 11 by 17s. These are the 8 by 10s and 8 by 8s. Now it's time to do the little prints and the bookmark sticker sheets and all that. Almost there, almost there. And before I knew it, it was Wednesday, October 30th, day of flight from Vegas out to Baltimore. And I was so annoyed because I was one of the last people to board the plane, and the people I was with, they would not open the windows at all. So it was like I couldn't see the sunrise, and I couldn't see Vegas leaving out in the early morning. And I was like, what's the point of sitting near a window if you're not gonna even open it? So I was so mad, like irrationally mad. But this is gonna sound cringe, but this is how I like calmed myself down. Like this thought came to mind. I was like, Metroplex wouldn't want me to feel this way, being angry to other people so early in the morning over something so mundane. And so I just took out my iPad and started to draw him looking at the sunrise, because I wasn't gonna watch the sunrise apparently. And I kind of did that until I just nodded on and off, being awake and asleep, awake and asleep. And this is just me, like the time lapse of that. I never finished it, but yeah, I can't believe that's how I calmed down, like jingling baby keys, I swear. And on the Uber ride from BWI to the hotel, I was just, and still am, so enamored by all the brick architecture as well as the huge autumn trees that's just foreign to me. Like I don't see that ever. And after the 20 minutes of driving, I saw the hotel, and yeah. We are here, and look how swank this place is, guys. This is like the opening lobby when you come in. And after looking around, I was like, roomie, can you come down here? I don't know where to go. And yeah, they came down, and then I went. Not gonna lie, I don't even know what we were doing before this. Like, it was daytime, and then it was like sunset time here, and I was like, I think we were just chilling. I have no idea, but the view was really cool to look at. Like, look how different this looks. And like towards the sunset time, we decided to walk to the nearest 7-Eleven just to get snacks, and that's where the real interesting stuff happens. Like the way Baltimore looks like, I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting all that. Then we went back to the room and we were chilling, and I got this cute charm to go with my Metroplex, because Windblade is Metroplex's bestie. Then we went out to go to a pub called Pickles Pub that was nearby, and yeah, I don't recommend like just going out by yourself. And later that night, we went to walk to the nearest McDonald's, and let me just say, do not do that. Do not walk to the nearest McDonald's from the Hilton if TFCon Baltimore ever happens to the same venue again. Just Uber Eats everything. This is the part of the video where I kind of just want to talk about my thoughts of the city of Baltimore. Now, I didn't really take video of the various scenes that I saw because, one, I think it's wrong to record people in what might be their lowest moment, and two, they can't really consent, and I think that's weird to just record people like that. But there was like lots of things I wasn't used to seeing, such as like large groups of people who may or may not be on substances, lots of boarded up or half burnt down buildings, or buildings that are half working and half dilapidated, as well as just the wide variety of architecture of Baltimore itself. So it was interesting to me because I'm used to like, yeah, they're kind of like sketchy areas that are like for a few blocks, but it just seemed to like surround the entire area. And it was interesting to see, perhaps it was because it was around Halloween time, but there was a lot of people in different outfits, and it felt like there's a really strong sense of community, be it in the neighborhoods or even in the inner city as well. And that was very cool to see, you know, compared to like downtown LA where people are a little bit more distant and away from each other. I mean, of course, there are the people who are asking for money, but it's like, bro, I ain't got money either. Oops, sorry. So overall, I do wish the best for the city, but I'd recommend sticking to the hotel or Ubering. And the next day came and we went to Whole Foods. Wow. Looking around there, of course, I'm just looking for whatever is vegan and whatever. And yeah, there wasn't tons of that, and we got, but I did find vegan cake, which is very epic and cool, and I bought it, and it was pretty good. I'll let you know, it was very moist. And then I got like that self-service food. It was very bland, 0 out of 10. Don't get that. It was like lemon water. And after dropping off our stuff at the hotel room, we had like 2 hours to go to the zoo, and the zoo we went. And I'm embarrassed to admit this, but when I was trying to like lead the group as to like where we were supposed to be going to get to the zoo, I read some signs wrong, and we ended up walking not through the front part of the zoo, but we ended up walking through the scenic route, the Buffalo Yard Road. And it was funny because there was like different like employees on those like employee carts driving by, and they didn't question why were we out in the back lot area where there's like nothing there, just trees. And I thought maybe we just had to work to get to the zoo, but no, we weren't supposed to be there.
It's bald.
And it was like a very steep incline to even get to that trail itself. So I was like, I don't know, nobody questioned it, so it's not like totally my fault. It's like everybody's fault for not like being critical thinkers. So I mean, like but anyway, after like 10-20 minutes we made it to like the back part of the zoo, so it was fine, I think. In the end I paid for it because we didn't have time to go to the gift shop, and gift shops are like one of my favorite things about going to tourist attractions. So yeah, I paid my price. So. But anyway, we were able to see like a good amount of the zoo and its critters, and you'll definitely be seeing a lot of these animals again as I make art with them, because I love the zoo, I love exotic animals, and I love making art of animals. So yeah, will not be the first time you'll see animal clips in my videos whenever I stop being lazy to make videos. And yeah, I decided that whenever I go anywhere like out of state or out of city even, that I have to go see a zoo or an aquarium or something related to nature and animals, because they make me feel alive, and I don't have that where I live. So well, not really like big, expansive, or super nice ones. Then we came across Cheetor Beast Wars, and then after that we had to go to the most important animal, the one that I was really there for, which is, of course, if you know me, giraffes. And I love giraffe. I had to see it if nothing else. So because my persona is a giraffe, my mascot is a giraffe. So yeah, I love giraffe, in case you haven't noticed. Big love. I wish I could be there for like 5 hours. And of course we had to see the giraffe relative, the okapi, with silly pants, or knee-high socks if you will.
All amphibians just consume. That's all they do.
Stella Luna.
Cute. Oh my god, Stella Luna.
Stella Luna reference is real. I can't believe they invented
I
that.
can't believe they made Stella Luna real.
So awesome. This is just like reading.
And what I recommend Maryland Zoo, I mean, there's a lot nicer zoos, but then also there's a lot nicer places you could be visiting other than Baltimore. But as someone who doesn't really have a lot of animal exhibit type stuff where I live, I love going to any kind of zoo or aquarium as long as the animals are treated ethically and all of that. I'm good. So I enjoyed it. Even the Uber driver was like, that brought us there, was telling us like, yo, you should just go to the Washington Zoo because it's a lot cooler. Like the animals actually are out and about and actually want to see people, versus in the Maryland Zoo where they're kind of just have an attitude. And as a husky haver, I'm used to animals having an attitude, so that didn't bother me. I don't mind if animals come out or not. I just enjoy the experience of being outdoors. So yeah. And after a bajillion years of wondering where we should eat and being stuck in Halloween traffic, we arrived back at the Inner Harbor to go eat at the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Like other malls in the US, this place had seen better days. It's pretty old. A lot of the stores were closed, and yeah, I mean, as much as the artsy renovations go, it was cute, but you can tell that this place had not been updated for like a while, like a really long while. But that was okay, because where we were gonna go, the Cheesecake Factory, that was open, and so was the harbor area over here, which was cool to look at during sunset. It was here that, yeah, I first saw rats like running around. That was really cool. Like, I've never seen rats running around, not in the restaurant per se. The restaurant was very clean on the inside, but when we were eating outside, and especially when it got dark, you'd see like these big brown rats, very fuzzy rats, just kind of like on the floor. It was really cool. I couldn't catch it with my iPhone because my iPhone sucks. But yeah, here's my vegan Cobb salad with steak as I looked to the ocean, looked towards the arbor. because I wanted to look at rats and then also the night sky. And some friends wanted to stop by the candy store. It's sugar, so yeah, I was just walking around because I wasn't interested in buying anything. Then after all that, I was just all soy jacking at all the office buildings, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's a Metroplex Transformers reference. Oh my goodness, look at that Metroplex Transformers. I did that the entire convention. I was really annoying about it. In rare moment where I remember to record myself making art, like I have no visuals of me making commissions, so this is the closest, and it's not even a commission, it's a gift. So hanging out in the lobby, because that's what people do. You come up to people and you hang out and you talk in the lobby, be it with friends or people you just randomly came up to and started being annoying with. So yeah. Friday morning, I woke up real early because I wanted to see the wares of Chrome Tyranno or Grimlocktimus, who does a lot of custom figure. The first one that you see there, I was super interested in buying, but it was bought by somebody else, which is pretty fair because it was a pretty awesome figure. I wanted to see it before its owner took it away. So yeah, and I was too scared to touch it. So here's a bunch of reels, videos of other people's figures because I didn't want to touch that particular figure because I'm like, oh, the guy is right there. The one who bought it's right there. So I was like, oh, okay, I just won't touch it that much. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff that Grimlocktimus made. And he even made like an Oriole Eraser, and if you don't know, I made like a little souvenir sticker that portrays Eraser as a Baltimore Oriole, which is this bird. And I was like, oh my god, this is so cool, thank you, man. Yeah, it was just, yeah. And later on during this session, as well as other times during the convention, there was people who were handing out or trading about the Transformers 1 trading cards that were exclusive to China. And if you don't know, yeah, there was trading cards exclusive to China, and a lot of people have went out and bought them, trying to collect a certain amount of them and selling or trading off the rest. So I'm a sucker for the cool effects these cards have, so I was definitely looking through them, looking for cards of characters that I want, such as like Septidon Prime, Alpha Trion, Arachnid. So you know, I was in there because there's like cards with the rainbow iridescent shine to them, and some were like holographic, some were like scene cards, character cards, had a little flippy action, as you can see. I don't know what you call that, but it was really cool. And so as you can see, I was card maxing out. It was very cool to look through their collection and see all the cards that they're all.
It looks delicious. I know, right? It looks like crab meat. Here's the scout ship.
Oh, it's so cool.
It's full of pee because
Sooner or later, before I knew it was time to actually get ready to go set up my table, and off I went. What's really neat about the Baltimore location is that you only have to do like an elevator trip to get to the second floor, which is where the convention took place. And so I got my vendor's pass, and then I was on my way. And yeah, like all the artists and vendors are into the same room, which I think is pretty cool. Like, look how spacious it is, especially compared to like TFCon LA. There's like space over here, space over there. It's so cool. Okay, bye. I'm not cool as the other YouTube artist people, in which I show myself setting up because I don't like the idea of someone watching me the entire time. Also, I still feel weird about recording anyway, so I didn't want to set up a tripod, so I didn't do that. But anyway, here's some like B-roll of me looking at dealers setting up their own stuff. And two pivotal things to happen at TFCons is like room sales, which you saw on the billboard sign earlier, and as well as in-lobby toy sales. Even though you're not allowed to be doing that, like honestly, who you're gonna snitch to? Like everyone's doing, everyone's selling figures out here, right? Because I don't have a table, all my stuff is all there, so I'm gonna like very professional, very clean, very adult. I got food. I'm spoiling myself with food because like you can, so let me take it out. Dang, I can't believe that was 11 bucks. I'm gonna explain myself. I thought that was like, oh no, imagine if that leaked. Yeah, okay, so I saw that during like pad thai. I got like 2 shrimp pad thai because it was like some kind of deal. This is just supposed to be a salmon skin roll. I was kind of hoping it was like the hand roll, but they gave me that, which is kind of disappointing to get. And hargao, so hopefully it's good. Yeah, someone who hasn't eaten the whole day and is very exhausted. The hargao
Time on Scale. It's really good. I'm sure it's good, but for basically $10 per thing, or at least the Time on Scale is probably like 11. This was like 10 because probably tax. Was it worth it? I mean, for sustenance, but I'm trying to accept that I have to eat food when I'm out here. I can't just eat these things, so that's not healthy, and I won't feel really great. So yeah.
And before I knew it, it was Saturday morning. I got dressed in my Metroplex G1 toy figure fit, and yeah. Alright, take a look at my table party people. There it is. It took me all 8 hours to do this. Not that I was literally just doing that for 8 hours. I took a rest. I ate at some point afterwards, but anyway. So, we got like our t-shirts up here that I'm very proud about, but it's super niche, so I don't even know how well that's gonna do. Because it's a reference to the album by Starship that We Built the City was on, so that's why it's on a white t-shirt, and of course Titans because I'm very around for them. Then I have like my 11 by 17 prints up here because I felt like that was the best, and I wanted to do like a sense of like, what is it, busyness, but in a leveled kind of way. That's why I have like all the prints up here. It's at the div end because I feel like there's like levels to it because I have the space for that, which is really cool. Very good luck that I got like NPs, but anyway, so 11 by 17 prints up there, and then got the 8 by 10s over here on the panel to the sides. Gotta make sure this is open. This is using a grid organizer that has like, this is supposed to be like a door, so it's supposed to close, but I used it as a way to make like more of an open panel for prints. And so I have my wooden charms, which are, I still gotta like put the price stickers for these. There's a lot of empty space over here because I didn't have enough charms, so I decided to do like the little information bit where if you have acrylic charms, they usually have a thin protective film on them, so you have to peel it off, because even I didn't know that at first. That's what it was that you had to do with the acrylic charm. So put that there. Signs for 5 by 7 prints, so there they are. And then the reversible tote bags of the Beast War alt modes of the Maximals, Predacons, commission sign, and the Brigade notepads, and the little charm pens. I'm like really proud of how these turned out. I think they're like really cool and whatever. I'm biased though. And then my tip jar with Sentinel Prime. The thing is, people have so far thought this is like IDW 1 Sentinel. This is IDW 2, and there's a difference between the characters and all that. I know it just sounds like just random names and stuff. This character IDW 2, it's more like he's like a jerk in a way, but he actually does try for the best of Cybertron in a way, and he actually believes in the right of sentient beings that aren't Cybertronians, but his design looks a lot like IDW 1, and there's this joke where people say like he's homophobic, because there's a panel, I'll show it up on screen, where he's like disgusted with Cerebros and Prowl for like being cozy together. And the thing is, like, he's just a hater for like romance, but then people make it into like joke that he's homophobic. But that's not this character that I drew. This is IW2, where he's like really, he's just a jerk and inconsiderate for a lot of times. But do not quote me on that because I forgot about IW2. I have not read it recently. But anyway, tip jar of that. Then sets it apart from Transformers 1. And the joke here is that both of these characters both get cut in half like this, like horizontally, right? But so when you do a tip jar for one of them, on the other side, it's like I have this Easter grass, so it's like his guts get spilled out like wires. So like, yeah, that's kind of more. That's like as morbid or violent as my art goes. I just had the thought of it. One day when I saw this trash can looking receptacle at Daiso, but anyway, yeah, this is my tip jar, and I like it, so I think it's unique. But anyway, then we got like the crown jewel here. We got the acrylic standees of G1 Megatron and then G1 Optimus Prime. I'm really proud of how these went because big illustration with like a clear base. I gotta think somewhat 3D, but still in a 2D kind of way. But woo! And I got them on Lazy Susan with some mounting putty. And I only have a very limited amount of these for sale because these are like expensive to make. Well, not super expensive, but very pricey. So have these up. Got pre-order links available on my QR code. And then now I have my free sticker thing, but instead of just giving it out, I kind of want to do this bit where
people would have to doodle. They have to be forced to do traditional art in order to get the free sticker, which is the A-Razor as a Baltimore Oriole, and Tigatron as a Calico Cat. So I think it's cute. We got one from Burrito of Whirl. Yeah. Then all the 8x8 prints. Oh, the 8x8 prints of the acrylic standees, and then some other ones. I have a lot of Beast Wars 1 art, which is funny because I like Beast Wars 2 a lot more. But anyway, it's like animal robot. That's just what gets me, okay? Then we got our miscellaneous here. We got our old sticker sheets. When these are done, I kind of want to discontinue these, except for Shimu, in order to like make more fancier looking or more complete looking sticker sheets. Then we got our bookmarks of Beachcomber, Optimus Prime, Carly, RC, Baroness, and Megatron. Then stickers, like there's not as Transformer as I want, but I did kind of want to make it so like I'm not only doing Transformers only ever. But anyway, moving this over here. Then we got some miscellaneous 6x4 prints. When this is all done, I kind of want to like not make these anymore, like this size. I just want to only stick to like 5x7s. So like, you know, just us mixing around with sizes and stuff. I kind of think it's a bit unnecessary for me to do that. Then we got clay pins, and I kind of wanted to have more designs. Like one frequent request was to have more Bob pins. Bob is like, I'll show it on screen. It's like a character from IDW1 who's kind of like Sunstreaker's bug buddy. But I didn't have time to do that, so we still got like a lot of the old stuff, but we're gonna make new stuff eventually. But anyway, that is pretty much the wrap up of what I have. I feel pretty good about it. One thing I would change so far is lighting, because it's a little darker on screen, but it's okay like in person. But it's like, it's not gonna cost too much to have more lighting. I mean, I have the stars because with the sunflowers, because that's like my thing, because those are like one of my favorite like symbol type things, right? But it's like lighting, because lighting across here I think would do good. Like this whole balcony, like I'm aware it's kind of like extra space I don't really need to be having right now. And maybe if I have more prints and art, I won't have this. But for right now, it's like if I had like light bars or like those under surface or under cabinet lighting, I think that would be nicer because it would make things more bright. I think it will draw more attention and make things look more clear. But yeah, but so far, I think it's looking pretty good. Yeah. Are live at TFCon Baltimore. Not live because this will be a video like made weeks later. But we are in open hours. And I'm gonna go look around. Got Blokies. Got Autobot Waffle Maker. Ah. Oh my goodness, eject! Wow. Beast Wars 2 characters. Beast Wars Neo.
And before I knew it, it was early entry time, and I had to go back to my table.
I can't believe this iPad. It just stopped reading my square. Like, it's a good thing I had a backup that I can just use my phone, but can you believe it? Like, what do I have this iPad for then?
One funny thing that happened again at TFCon was I was positioned behind a line queue, but this time it was behind Bob Budiansky, which is like one of the guys of Transformers, right? But unlike TFCon, like there was like space, so I didn't feel like I was super trapped by the line. It was actually managed pretty well, I feel, and yeah, I had space to go around. It wasn't like I was pushed against a wall per se, but it was funny to note that I once again was stuck behind a line of people and a queue of people again at TFCon. In not nice news, somebody left their cup of trash on my table, but you know, it happens. But I'm like, really? As an artist and artist alley, you tend to miss a lot, and the fact that I also had to use my phone as a square reader at times really sucked. I couldn't get all the pictures and videos of all the cool people and cosplays I've seen as much as I'd want to. Also, I chickened out of asking people because I felt really shy about recording myself to make a silly little vlog on YouTube. But anyway, the day was over and it was time to wind down and go chill in the lobby for hours and hours. Man, waterboard Bumblebee too. While you're at it.
Oh no, no, I don't want to waterboard Bumblebee.
Not the Gore of my comfort
I think if
character.
I put it here, that way I can kind of have it in a place where I can flatten it and then connect it tomorrow.
After going to sleep at like 2 a.m., I woke up at 6 a.m. or 7 to get ready for the next day, Sunday morning, in my Carly Skybound fit. Nobody knew what Skybound was at the con, so rip. And one of our friends in the group chat noticed that there was someone selling Beast Wars II animation cells, and I definitely had to get something because I love Beast Wars II, and there are characters that I really love from there, such as Megastorm and Gigastorm, which was like that Triptychon looking character that first appeared. So I was like, I had to get at least one of these cells. I can't get all of them, but at least one. So, and then I came across Curse Kiss Players content. And 2 hours before the con ended, I was given a very important DM by Sundry, and it was regarding the third-party panel. And look, listen, I'm gonna try to be normal, I'm gonna try to be chill, recollecting this, right? So, this version of Metroplex comes from the Fall of Cybertron video game, which depicts the Autobot and Decepticon conflict in a more grimmer, serious light. The setting of this game taking place during the downfall of Cybertron, like the planet is dying because of their conflict, they're both at their wits' end, so on and so forth. And Optimus Prime activates Metroplex, who's been lying in a dormant state, and Metroplex, with the orders of Optimus Prime, is used to turn the tides of war. At the end of the game, Metroplex sacrifices himself by lending the last of his energon to the Autobot so they can take the Ark and fly out of the dying planet. And yeah, that's basically Fall of Cybertron Metroplex's story. A very ancient and sacrificial character. And personally, I think this Metroplex is super ugly. Like, he looks like he eated the bees. That's how I think of him. Like, it's like he has no visuals anywhere because it's all blocked off by his stupid shoulders and everything. But anyway, Metroplex was always known for being kind of like stupid looking. Anyway, so when this was announced, I was trying to lock in because I was working on one of the various commissions that, of course, I forgot to take a picture or record, so I have no record of me working on this, right? And in order to keep this video actually sounding pretty sane, here is my calm and collected reaction to that news at 2 p.m. in the Artist Alley on Sunday. And I was like, honestly, to Primus, right? It was probably good that I was not in that third-party panel room because, one, I usually don't look at toy figures that often, so I wouldn't be there in any way, even if I wasn't in Artist Alley. But if I was in that room, it is good that I wasn't, because I probably would have like shot up and screamed like I won $1 million on a game show, because I love Metroplex. I just, anything with him gives me like brain rot, right? And if that just was sprung upon me, I would have jumped out of my seat and screamed out of joy because he finally got something. He got a win for him. We are getting a new figure from Metroplex. And happily, it's a little bit more creative than the usual just doing another G1 type thing. It is the Fall of Cybertron, Eat of the Bees, Mom, I Threw Up, Metroplex. And if I tell you how I was mentally, I was trying to focus. Like, I was like sweating. I was like, I'm just like, I'm so cooked, guys. I'm so cooked in these Transformers and for Metroplex Transformers. I was trying to keep calm, just as I'm trying to keep calm while I'm saying this, right? And it was like, you know, the Twitter post really says it all, right? I felt like I should have been in the room. I get it, but I was in Artist Alley. It wouldn't have happened anyway, but it's like, I don't know. I was just, yeah. And before I knew it, con was done, and it was time to assess the situation and pack it all up. Right, and then there you go, end of show. That's how everything looks. Oh, okay. The whole row of prints is gone. That's kind of awesome. And I'll probably go into it later, but yeah, look at this. I think it turned out really well, like having everybody like
do a little doodle for Transformer, and even some people did it, well, to doodle a Transformer to get a sticker, and look at that! If I remember the people who did all the art, I will tag them, probably will. Look at people do mine for Sony Gilbert, Gelbert. Yeah, like, look at that. It's cute, like some people even did the doodle when I ran out of the sticker, so I'm like super proud. I'm always gonna keep doing this because it's like, it's a souvenir for me. And yeah, that's how everything looks at the end.
And after taking a Borgillion years packing up and everything, it was time to go chill in the lobby. And yeah, we were just playing with toys, not gonna lie. I had like model kits that I could build, so I decided to build them.
Wait, there we go.
And with every disease tried to cook, it's not good, but I won't tell him because he's too sweet for that.
And after sleeping at Rose probably 2 a.m. again, after being in like a little artist circle, yeah, it was time to pack up and leave for real in the morning. After watching some TV of, I think it was Bluey and the newest Spy Kids movie, it was time to head out and say final goodbyes to the Charm City. I got to see the sunset because the people I was sitting next to on the plane, they left the windows open at least for that. And I knew it was home sweet home when I saw those sweet old lottery gambling machines upon landing off the plane and into the airport. And yeah, it was time to get my luggage and prepare to go back home. I was picked up by family and we decided to go eat some dim sum, and I was really happy about that because I didn't eat, and Baltimoreview kind of looked like a big L plus F. I missed Asian food. And I realized how like clean Las Vegas is. And I'm sorry Baltimore, but Las Vegas is so clean. It gave me new eyes comparing Baltimore to Las Vegas. And I'm not gonna lie, I missed being home. I missed being on the west side of the US, the west coast, best coast, even though Vegas is not on the coast, but still. And after that, I proceeded to be super tired and super sleepy for the next 4 or so days. I'm so old. Oh. Alright, testing if audio works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4. Alrighty, back from TFCon Baltimore. Actually, it's been like a day or two. I just wanted some time to decompress, but now it's time for me to take out my haul because I want to enjoy the stuff I have, but figured I might as well do it while unpacking. First things first, I don't know if I said it in this video or not, but I kind of wanted to just show my little doodle board of all the little post-it doodles I've had done by various people at the con in exchange for the souvenir sticker, and I don't know, I'm just really happy with how this turned out. I fear that 1 or 2 post-it notes may have fallen off, but I think I've got all of it, but do not quote me on that. I really hope most all of it's here, because I know when I was posting it online, the pictures, I think like this one was off, which I feel bad about, but yeah, here's the post-it board. Next time I definitely gotta have people tape it as they put it on here, because I didn't have that. I didn't do that. It was just it was just like packing tape. So yeah, next time I'll fix that. Anyway, so I'm counting this as part of my TFCon Baltimore haul just because it is really cool. I would recommend people also have their own little draw this for this type thing. I don't know. It's really cool to see people drawing. And yeah, let me put that to the side here. Next thing up is this little plush giraffe that I got from Plushy Sheep. Not that they made this. It was more like, I think they got it from somebody who was trying to like sell out stuff they didn't need, and of course giraffe, it's a very rinovarka reference, so, and I was like, yeah, I want a giraffe, so picked it up at the con from them. So there we go. I don't know. Yeah, it has a big head. It's hard to make it stand. And let's see. Then I got this Crochet Omega Supreme, and I'll put people's usernames in the corner here or whatever, but this plush little Omega Supreme was made by Elective Margins, I think. Sundry on Twitter, they made this, and then I commented it as soon as they posted this little Crochet Omega Supreme. I was like, oh my god, I need this, and so they gifted it to me, and that was really cool. And I was like, oh, look at him, he's so cute, and he got a squeaker. So very much a fave. I love him so much. And also from Sundry is this mini Crochet Sentinel Prime plush. I'm not plushie. Crochet I love I love Sentinel Prime from TF1. I'm sorry, he's an awful guy, but he's a very pretty boy. So yeah, I needed him. So he's so cute. Next up is this Sentinel felt plushie made by Vicky, and you'll see there's a running theme with the stuff that I got. And yeah, Vicky made this with felt, and it's really cute. Also has a squeaker, and I love it so much. It's so cute. I have a number of Vicky felt plushies, so I'm very happy to add another one to the collection. All right, and next up, I got this cute little Dinobot plushie here. I don't know who it's from. They wouldn't tell me a social media handle. I think they just wanted me to refer to them as Echo, so thank you, Echo, for this. It's a very cute handmade little guy that I got during Artist Alley. So I don't remember the Dinobot names. You could put a gun to my head and like threaten to torture me. I could not tell you their names except for Grimlock and Swoop maybe. So little guy. Next, I got this Oriole bird eraser from Tyranno or Grimlocktimus on Twitter and Instagram. And it's really cool because I actually did the souvenir sticker making eraser and Oriole, except in mine I painted eraser as a female Oriole while this one's a male Oriole. And it's like, well, this is the more iconic look of an Oriole, the Baltimore Oriole anyway, so it makes sense. And look how cute. I mean, I was like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. Like, look how cute she is. And it's like, he custom painted this. And I think he said he made like 10 of these as freebies, but I got to get one of them while I was hanging out in the lobby with him while he was selling off some custom figs. So yeah, here we go. And then we got a Omega Supreme little keychain plush by Shattered Needle on Blue Sky. It's so cute. Like, I love Omega Supreme, as you can tell. I like that. And it's cute to see that I have another one of him. Okay. I realized the phone was a bit zoomed out too much, so that's why I wasn't getting clear pictures. So, anyway. Next, I got this little Siberian Husky little standing figure thing. I'm not sure what it says. I mean, I hope it's something good, right? I got this from Plushie as well. Not that they made it, but it was just something that they got with a Husky, because Huskies are also a rinovarka reference, because I have Huskies, and I think Huskies are the best dog ever. So, this is really cute. And I got this Blowkey model kit from Vicky. I also have a Hound Blowkey kit, but I didn't build it yet. But I built this at TFCon on Saturday night. I think, was it Saturday or Sunday? I don't remember. Oh yeah, probably Sunday. And it's Sentinel, as you can tell, another Sentinel thing. Yes, he's very cool. I like that it works as a nice reference for his wings, because it's like the most complicated looking part. Like for me, I have a hard time interpreting 3D animated models, so having the wings and a pretty good simplified concept for his design is really nice. And also, I think it's a pretty good figure for, like, it's pretty. I know there's going to be like a more refined Blowkey that's going to come out, but yeah, here's him. Blah, whatever. And here's a charm I got from Candy Chameleon of Grimlock as Godzilla. I think there's one of their Halloween charms. And from Chrome Tyranno, Grimlocktimus, I wanted to get his custom-made Grimlock figure. I'll show a picture. I saw it, and I'm like, I know I wasn't going to get it, but I asked for it anyway. And yeah, of course, I didn't get it because it's such a beautiful figure. Someone else snatched it before I could. But this is a cute little second piece that I got. I mean, this is I asked Candy for this before I saw Grim was selling his custom Godzilla figure, but really cute. I think Grimlock looks great as Godzilla. Okay, next up is this Delta Magnus BotCon 2024 exclusive. This is actually a two-parter set in this
BotCon kit. Candy took the Sunstorm part of the kit while I took Delta Magnus. And so I don't know why it's called Delta Magnus when it looks a lot more like Magna Convoy. And so to just summarize, in Transformers there's very much a lot of different series. Magna Convoy comes from what's called Precursor World, in which basically he's a drone. He was basically brought to life, and he has his own little story arc, and it really appeals to me. And I really wanted a figure of him because his actual figure is very expensive to get because it's very like exclusive, wasn't made a lot. And this is basically his colors. And Delta Magnus, which is what they're calling this figure, is basically a same idea. It's like it's a drone of Ultra Magnus who was made, and in that story, I think in the Dreamwave continuity, he fights with Sunstorm. But I'm like, this doesn't even look like Delta Magnus. This is like this is Magna Convoy. I don't care what to say. Anyway, like people know what Precursor World and all that stuff is anyway. But yeah, this is also a model kit that I built during TFCon. It was a really easy build to make. I just have an affinity for this Glip Shido character. Magna Convoy. I'm calling it Magna Convoy. I'm not calling it Delta Magnus. For Magna Convoy, so it really meant a lot that I got this figure because, and it worked out because Candy, he didn't want the Delta Magnus figure, and I didn't really care for Sunstorm that much, so it worked out. I really like it. It's really nice of reference if you just want to do like G1 Optimus Prime anyway. But yeah, it's really lovely figure. Nice blues, yellows, grays, slight reflection colors, and yeah, I mean, I love the touch of color that is yellow and blue together. So if, in case you couldn't tell, I'm gonna try to stand him up. Nope. Okay. Moving on, let's open this little case here. I got a charm from Darren Studio, as you can see with the packaging, and this is a little phone charm. And I'm so sad. I should have got, what's his name? Astro Chain as well, but I only got Blitzwing. Because I was like mad dashing it across people's like Artist Alley tables. I didn't get to like see a great view of everything. And so here is Blitz. I love Blitzwing. He's like silly. I love the G1 triple changers. But I love Blitzwing because I like imagining him in stories with Eject, who's also a Transformer character, but he likes football, as Blitzwing is shown to do in like one episode. But yeah, I love him. He's silly and goofy. Okay, next one is this keychain I got from Candy. She made this to give to the voice actor of Windblade, the Cyberverse Windblade. And I was like, yo, Candy, can you give me one so I can give Metroplex his bestie? And she was like, oh yeah, sure. So here we go. I got this from them. And it's really cool because I got this reflective hollow to it. And I think they were gonna make some changes to like the final versions of this charm, but he just wanted to make something for the VA to get, and I think it's really cool because I don't have anything Windblade, and I'm kind of like on Windblade as a character because I feel like in general she's kind of played as like this blank slate kind of generic girl pro-tag character where she doesn't really have super defining personality traits. She just like wants to do good, which is okay, but you know, whatever. And yeah, it's really cool charm. I'm giving it to Metroplex later, so yeah. I'm trying to make it so like the charms can stand so you can see it all, but while it gathers in the background, but no, it doesn't seem like it's gonna work. Yeah, I tried. Next one is this little bead that says this bead bracelet that says Decepticon. I don't know who made this. They're kind of just going around from table to table. I compliment, because like a lot of people are wearing like these bead bracelets, because that's like a thing I've been seeing lately, like a lot of people doing that now. And I was given a selection of bracelets to choose, and I chose this one. So yeah. Of course I chose it because it's purple for Decepticons. And let me look through the pile here. Here's enamel pin and stickers that I got from Plushie again, because they saw this was being sold at a convention they were vending at, and they asked me if I wanted it, and I was like, of course I do, because giraffes.
So, another plushie gift. And of course, we got, shocker, another Sentinel Prime charm from, I think, Conjux. And I had to because that's my guy. And I really love the art style with the cute chibi stylization and his little smirky face because he's like a jerk. Yeah. And I got a little sticker of him being a little scrunkly baby chibi guy. He is like the guy ever, like he's so innocent. Ooh, you don't want to tear him in half. Ooh, he's just a little guy. Okay. And I got this Megatronus sticker. Yeah, I got that rainbow hollow fix to it. Yeah, there we go. The phone doesn't show it as well, but a little Megatronus decal. I love Megatronus. Like the TF1, they did a whole thing where they made people interested in primes only to just take them away. I wish there was a prequel to that because I love the look of Megatronus. Anyway, you got another jump scare, another Sentinel piece, a Sentinel keychain and sticker. This was made by Plushie, of course. Sentinel jump scare, more Sentinel jump scares, as you will see more of them as the time goes on here. Yeah, it's so cool. I love the gold because ooh monkey neurons activation, or because shiny. Got this notepad from Hatter Spoketopus. We did a little trade where I gave them my little B grade notepad. Well, they gave me this. It's really cute. If I'm correct, this was using the Femme Metal zine. This little note design. It's really cute with these characters over here, like they're doing a little race. I'll correct myself if I was wrong in saying that, but yeah, I love Transformers stationery. I want to make more. Then I got this little souvenir sticker. I really I love it if more people did that. Like they made little souvenir stickers. Yeah, I forgot who did this. I'll put the name up. Yeah, of Pharma and not Trevor. I forgot his name. I'm like, I know this is the guy who gets cut in half. I'm like blanking on his name. I'm gonna remember midway making this video. I'm like, oh yeah, it's that guy, but the guy who gets cut like that. You guys know what I'm talking about, but. And then another Sentinel Prime sticker. Uh-oh, surprise. A little smirky face. Then I got this 6-shot boba sticker. I love 6-shot. Like any of the powerful or larger than usual Transformers characters, I love them. 6-shot being another one of them. Yeah, what can I say? It's like, and I love this. I love sweets and desserts aesthetic. So him and a boba, like why not? Like, is it worth it, guys? Is it worth it to get the boba? you drinking? Those are his hands. I got this sticker from Nug. As they were dressed as Brainstorm during the convention. It was really cute because they were cosplaying as Simpatico, and someone else was their Preceptor. So, and they were giving little themed out stickers, and this is really cute. I haven't actually read more than me today. I lost like that far into it, but I know that much. And I got this little watercolor piece of, I think it's watercolor, of Skyfire from, not sure who, they referred to themselves as Mouse. And it's really cool. Like, I love their style of watercolor. They actually did watercolor, like unlike me where I used dip pen to make a line art. This is just straight up watercolor, and I think it's really cool. They got lots of nice soft colors and cool tones and everything. I like getting traditional art from other people. I got this pin from Sundry, the one who made the crochets. I wanted to visit the National Aquarium. I ran out of time to go there, and I feel so sad about that because it wasn't like close to the hotel too, but just, you know, I was gonna go on Friday with some folks. It's just when setting up for table, I prioritized that versus going to the aquarium because I figured I want to have my table done, and it's like they left earlier than expected. I was like, oh, okay, but it is what it is. It took me a long to set up the table, but next time I'll hope it'll be faster and maybe book another day so I can do more touristy things in the next TFCon. But regardless, I appreciate the pin.
Alright, and then I got this sticker from Meg. A good mood of mine of many years of a Rodimus star. Like, in reference to, like, Martha Meets the Eye, where Rodimus has these stickers that he gives out. Not stickers, it's like a badge or something. I don't know the full context, but something like that. Then I got this, this dance charm from Patters again, of Cobra Commander, because Cobra Commander is also one of my favorite characters as of right now, and yeah, they drew him with a butt. And it's because, like, when you watch G.I. Joe or look at the comics, there's a certain way the artists draw this guy, where his outfit is, like, tighter than skin and reflects every single muscle. They either make him, like, super bara, or they make him, like, very much endowed in the butt area for some reason. And, yeah, it's charm. I had to get it. Actually, Patters more like gave it to me, but, yeah, I had to get some Coco merch. And then got a bunch of these Transformers 1 trading cards. These are exclusive to China for some reason. They didn't like release these in the US market. And so a lot of people were buying these online, and at the con were selling out their extras or cards that they didn't want. So of course you're gonna see a running theme of what characters I got here. I love Alpha Tran, his weird little lion unicorn mode. I'm trying to see if I can get it on the screen here. I love that for him. Like, I never cared about Alpha Tran before TF1, but he's like so cool in here, and then he dies. Yes, I'm gonna like quickly flip through all these cards. I got these from multiple people. There was like several people just either selling these or trading them. Some of these are from Vicky, some of these were like someone I don't know their name, but I just know they were selling these, and I realized now that I got several duplicates, but that's okay, I don't mind. So yeah, and as I said before, you're gonna notice a running the characters I got. Yeah, a lot of Sentinel, but I think these holo cards are cool. I really wish they let this out in the US market, or did these as the freebies and during the movie events and stuff, but I don't know. Hasbro is just allergic to money these days, I think. I think a lot of people would have really enjoyed these. Like, these are just genuinely cool things to look at. Then another thing I got were these acrylic charms by Kaga Bros. They gave it to me as like a gift, I guess, because traded like a print, an Optimus surfing print with them because they really liked it, and I guess they gave me these as a tradesies, because this is Hound and Beachcomber. They're very earth-loving Autobots, and I love the earth-loving Autobots, even though I haven't made tons of art of them yet. Like, I want to make an acrylic standee of Beachcomber based on the Skybound stuff, where he's like on the moon as well as like in the ocean. And Hound, I don't think he doesn't show up in Skybound yet, but I like him because he's an Earth guy. So yeah, like, I'm the fakest Decepticon. Like, I'll say my Sona and I'm like Decepticon, but then like, who are my favorite characters, like Metroplex, Omega Supreme, Hound, Beachcomber, the fakest Decepticon ever. And then we got this Astro Train pillow from Darian Rose Studio, if I'm correct. Yeah, it's Astro Train. It's a pillow. It's really cute. It's very soft, and it's really cool to see like merch that's like this type stuff. Wow. Yeah. Let me put it back here. Ooh. And now on to the flat stuff. Oh wait, not yet. Not the flat stuff. And I got this. I only got one action figure from the con, and it was this Beast Wars 2 Megatron. No, not Galvatron. I really love Beast Wars 2, as silly as it can be. This is the main antagonist of the show. He starts off the show like just being like passed out or drunk all the time, but throughout the show, he kind of just shows a little bit more maturity as far as like his goals, his ambitions, and he's just, straight up evil guy. There's nothing too deep about him, but I enjoy him, and I want to have like a Beast Wars 2 collection. I already have BB and Starscream from that show. I wanted to have, as you can see like in the TFCon video, I wanted to have Gigastorm as well, but someone bought him, plus I didn't have space in my luggage for him, so I just got his his commanding older brother instead. And he turns into a dragon. Do not ask me how to transform him. I don't know yet. So, yeah. There we go. And now moving on to the flat stuff. So, speaking of these stores too, it was really exciting to see someone selling animation cells. There was one of Galvatron, but I didn't buy it. But I did buy an animation cell of Gigastorm. And I think he's really, it's funny because he's like falling. He's such a fail character. I love him so much. So, had to cop. This was like $45. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's so cool. And it's pretty cheap for a cell, but it's like not a super ultra popular show as well. But anyway, this is cool. I definitely am happy with this. Let me figure out how to. There we go. And I got this Deathosaurus print from Min Young Draws. Hello, Min Young. I think this is a really cool piece. Lots of detail in it. He had this really like detailed style with kind of like grays. Like I feel like his color scheme always leans gray in some kind of way. And recently I've been getting into Deathosaurus and his characters. I think Deathosaurus is hot. Okay, I'm not gonna front. He's a hot character. And also I think he's really cool and I want to know more about him. I know Deathosaurus from IDW 2, where it's a very, let's just say, interesting story they have with him. But I know in the manga that he comes from, he also has a human son that because he has an affinity for like human children. Like that's the thing about the Japanese Transformers. You'll see a lot of these powerful, usually antagonist characters have the soft spot for children for some reason. But anyway, yeah, I think Deathosaurus is cool, so I had to get this print because I was kind of like running around and I didn't have a lot of time to like look in depth at people's stuff. So I like Deathosaurus, so I had to cop. Okay, let's see if I can. There we go. And then I got this comic of Cobra Commander 1. I already had this issue, but it's like I have the connecting cover set, and this is the one I was missing for that, the first issue. This is the first one I ever saw before I got the original first cover from my local comic shop. And I was really upset I didn't buy the first issue cover. So I finally found it, and it's going to make a really cool connecting effect. It's like one of the most gorgeous connecting sets I've ever seen. It's really wonderful. So $15, that was kind of like the asking price for it anyway. So I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll just get it, you know. Because it's a cool piece. I see it as a print. $15 print, that's not too bad. $15 print with a story, you know, so I don't mind too much. I like I said, I love Cobra Commander. I love that mini series. That's probably like my favorite series of the Skybound line, or so Energon Universe line. So yeah. Then I got the first issue of a connecting cover of the. Well, there's several connecting covers, but this is like another one. And I'll probably show it later in the video if I remember to, but yeah, I had to cop because it's been bothering me. I don't have the connecting covers. Alright. Then, got this crab print. I was so surprised to see crab and animal art at the con, but well, from like one person. But I think this is a really lovely piece. I love the muted, warm, cozy kind of tones. And I love animal. Crabs are one of my favorite animals ever, so I had to get this. So, yeah. And then I got an autograph from the voice actor of Dead End. I gave him this really old piece I made of Dead End like a long time ago, where he's like running away from the scientist and he's yelling at Astro Train. And yeah, so I got a signature, an autograph. I think that was cool. Then I also gave an old piece of art to the voice actor of Windblade and Cosmos from Cyberverse. Like I said, Cyberverse is one of my favorite series, so yeah, I wanted to give a little thing for them. I wanted to do more Cyberverse art, but ran out of time. But anyway, I don't know why I didn't just get one of like the pieces of Windblade stuff to have them sign. Did she voice RC? Well, anyway, she signed this. I don't know if she's. I don't know if she did, but I don't know. I wasn't really thinking clearly because I was like, oh, there's no Cosmos pieces in here, and then I kind of blanked as for what I wanted her to sign, so I just got this one. So, but anyway, here's that. She's really sweet, the voice actor of Cosmos and Windblade. Got
Uh-oh, Sentinel jump scare, Sentinel jump scare. I got another art piece of Sentinel. I think this has really lovely use of texture and lines. I don't think this is traditional. I think it's just using like brushes that emulate traditional art. Probably, for sure. I mean, yeah. And yeah, it's like where he's like killing, I think he's killing Megatronus. But yeah, like really lovely use of colors. You see like how this is like using a pink shade for the shadows here. Like lovely organic textures over here. It's just a really lovely piece to look at. Beautiful work. Then, then I got this print from TAC of the 16 and Orion packs. Yeah, I love the bright colors used here. I think it's really cute. And yeah. And last print we got here is this piece by Ryan, otherwise known as TGPing or Kaiju Arts, of Titan Fort Max. Like, no offense to More Than Meets the Eye Lost Light Fort Max, but I'm a Titan enthusiast, so I love the Titans better. And of course, I got a hyper zoom here, like, shove this guy out of the way. You gotta look at Metroplex right here in alt mode. But anyway, it's like, oh, hi Metroplex, Transformers, hi, because Metroplex is like not on any merch ever, or art print ever, but I was like, hi Metroplex. But anyway, really cool work from Ryan as usual. And yeah. And the last thing is the sketchbook swap or trades. This is the sketchbook I use to bring to different events when I want to commemorate them in some sort of way. Usually I would want to bring this to the con and have people like pass it around and do little doodles, and then later on I'll stick in little stickers or stuff that reminds me of the event here. Thing is, like, I forgot to do this. I forgot to ask people to like do sketches, be commissioned to do it, or we just do a trade where I draw on their or like sketchbook swap / sketchbook trade where I would draw on their sketchbook while they draw on mine. I forgot to do that. RIP to me. It's really fun. I recommend you do that if you go to a convention. Anyway, here's some of the doodles that I did get. Yeah. Got this from Vicky, and these two are from, I believe, I know their accounts like Aerialbot themed, and they love Aerialbots. I'll put their name, don't worry, online up on the screen. This is from Mir, Area, and this is from Smuctopus, Patters, Smuctopus. And it's kind of funny because, like, why did you lovingly render Destro G.I. Joe like this? Like, you got something to tell us? Like, he even moved the jewel away from his cleavage, and if you know anything about G.I. Joe, he always has this jewel in his cleavage, and he always has his boobs out. But it's like, Patters, like, you got something, like, what did you mean by this? What did you mean by my rendering him like this? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, these are the ones I managed to do, and I probably, like, put some stickers here and there. And yeah, I believe that's all I got to show for the con haul. I feel like I got a pretty good bit. Honestly, a lot of these are like gifts or freebies that I have here, so it's not like I totally like use a bajillion dollars. Like I said, I tend to like forget to look at Artist Alley in depth because I only usually go like 1 or 2 times because I feel like I have to go back to my booth and it takes me a while to meander around. Like, I realized like I was walking around for like hours. Like, no, not hours. It was like 1 hour, and I'm like, oops, I gotta go back to my table. It's been like a whole hour. It's like an hour of not making sales. And yeah, here's all the stuff that I got, all the really cool things, if they're not obscuring each other. And yeah, it was really fun and fruitful as far as haul goes. I wish next time that one, I will actually have time to look at Artist Alley, and 2, to ask for more sketchbook trades. So yeah. It's really cool stuff. I love stuff. I love getting things, so yeah. Okay. Second time of me doing this because I realized when I was saying all my words for like the last 20 or so minutes that my mic was off and nothing was being recorded at all, so it's just like me talking to the camera for no reason. Anyway, take 2. Afterwards thoughts on TFCon Baltimore, yes, I had a fun time, and it was really cool to meet different people that I've talked to or I've seen posting online, and I really enjoyed that. I also really enjoyed being around the Transformers community and looking at different people's cosplays and different art, and exploring a different part of the US I've never been to, that being the east side of the US. But thinking of it in terms of artist alleying and like art business stuff. So I would say I did pretty okay. One thing that I have to note that I had a lot more expenses this time around. For example, I spent a lot more in the last months or so developing my artist alley display. I feel like I really came a long way since my first time artist alleying in 2023. I feel like I've established like a kind of setup style that I have, what I would think of as what I kept calling throughout the earlier video of my display, like leveled, or like I would say spectacle. I like to think of it as a spectacle with like the lights, the sunflower motifs, all of that kind of stuff, and in the future a lot more lights for visual clarity. I liked how that went, but reflecting how things did in a money type of sense. So at this convention I made about a little over 2K, and like I've said before in my previous video, I don't know how well that compares to other people at the convention, because the way I draw and the merch I offer is very different than other people, and especially since my work is traditional watercolor versus majority of people it's like digital, and I don't want to go into the nuances of what I think about the different styles people have for Transformers, but basically it's very different, and it's not really easily to compare me to others anyway, and plus it seems like a taboo thing. I'm not gonna ask how much someone made if they don't offer it first, you know what I mean, even though I don't mind. But anyway, that being said, I made that same amount when I went to TFCon LA, but expenses for this convention was a lot more, primarily in flight costs, because when I went to TFCon LA, it was about, I think maybe about 200 at most for flight. Did I fly? Yeah, it was flying. But for this in Baltimore, I paid about $700 for a plane to and back. But I also have to consider the cost of Uber Eats and Uber rides with friends or with food, because in Baltimore, as I've said in the video, it's pretty rough. It's not like a place you'd want to be walking around or visiting places on foot, which it's kind of redundant. I feel like I said that, but so a lot of things I had to like order out, and when you do Uber rides, that's not cheap either, and I didn't do the math for that because I still got to figure that out between splitting everybody, how that went, but yeah, it's probably up there. And this time around I had a 6-foot table versus the half split table I did in LA. That was about what, 220, 225, something like that, but I ended up making about the same. And so personal reflections on the stuff I offered and how that contributed to like the amount I made. So as you could see in like the video where I'm showing my artist alley table, I had prints, keychains, some stickers, some sticker sheets, some bookmarks, and the display acrylic standees. And before that, actually, I want to point out one thing. I have no idea why this has been a reoccurring issue for me, but when I show my prints and stuff, there's this weird thing that happened in LA and this con that people thought the prices of my prints were the prices of the commissions. Like, it's not like half the amount of people, but it's just like a notable amount of people would point at them and ask, "Oh, are those your commissions?" And I'm like, and they're like, "Oh yeah, those are those the price of your commissions?" And I'm like, no. Of course in a nicer way, but it's like, no, I'm not offering $10 for a fully detailed 8x8 per size watercolor traditional art, or no, I'm not charging $25 for 11x17 fully done illustration with watercolor and dip pen. I'm not doing that. But I have no idea how to make people get that on first impression, unless people are just like messing with me. I don't think anyone else deals with this kind of issue. I thought it was pretty obvious when I put like 8x8 prints, $10, that would mean that's the price if you buy a print, not if you bought my services to make that art. And I don't mean to be mean, but it's like, it's just a weird phenomena I've been dealing with. So I'm like, does anyone know why that could be, or how could I change it? Yeah, if anyone could let me know. Okay, back on track though. So back to reflecting on the stuff I have. So honestly, for me, I kind of lean negative when it comes to like art and stuff like that. Not that I want people to feel bad, not that I feel like people should buy everything I have and everything, but it's like I'm aware that I don't have the most cohesive, put together collection of Transformers art as of right now. Most of the art I've done is Transformers, but Transformers is such like a wide collective of series, movies, shows, comics that if you're gonna do stuff for like art styling and stuff, you would want to have the main characters because people latch on to the main characters, right? And for me in my art, I know that I kind of have a lot of like little prints that are very specific and memey. Like even the t-shirt design where I had the Titans with the "We Built the City," even though I'm proud of it, that's a very specific reference. Like that is a reference to a 80s song that's not exactly known for being the best 80s song ever. It was known for being actually quite annoying. Even though I like my "We Built the City" is one of my favorite songs, and it gives me Titan brain rot whenever I think of it. But yeah, it's a very specific reference, and Titan characters are not exactly super popular, and when they're depicted in fan art and stuff, they're usually in like a very grimacing, imposing, they're fighting somebody kind of pose. And for my art, I tend to not draw that. I want to go lean into like more actiony stuff, but in general, I tend not to do that. And just kind of very cheery, lighthearted things, but the thing is, it's very specific. Like for example, I had that double-sided card where it's like that Friday night meme where it's like Starscream saying "Alone on a Friday night, Primus ... And a lot of the impressions I got from people is like they thought it'd be like a greeting card where they would open it and it would say like "Primus, you're pathetic" or something like that, because that's how the Sonic meme goes, like "Alone on a Friday night, God, you're pathetic." That's how it goes. But it's actually on the backside, it is a reference to the G1 episode Fire in the Sky, where basically it's implying that yeah, Starscream is also alone on a Friday night because he wandered the earth looking for the fallen Skyfire. And see, that's very specific, and if you don't know that one episode of G1, of that one plot point that never comes back up, the meaning is lost, right? And also, yeah, just a lot of my little small prints kind of go along those same lines. I think the prints I did pretty good, even though they're kind of specific, are like if they're like lighthearted, cheery scenarios, or if they're just like a character in the background. Yeah, so that's kind of one thing I need to do, is like make less very weirdly specific meme kind of art and do like more cutesy main character art. Like, yeah, like despite being in Transformers fandom for like about a little less than 10 years, I do not actually have a lot of art of the main characters. Those being on the Autobot side, I would say probably like Optimus Prime, Jazz, Ironhide, Bumblebee, RC, Elita. I'm like blanking out. Like I don't have those kind of art. And the Decepticon side, I don't know why the Decepticon side is a lot easier to point the mains, right? It's like Megatron, Starscream, Soundwave, Shockwave, Thundercracker, Skywarp. Even they're not exactly main, but they're like fan favorites, right? And so on and so forth. Like I don't actually have a lot of art of them, and for Artist Alley, I should be making more things with them, like merch or art, and going throughout the different continuities that I'm actually interested in and seeing who are the mains, because sometimes they change. Like, not that I'm into more than Meets Their Lost Light, but those have a different roster of main characters too, such as like Rodimus, Ultra Magnus, and so yeah, and Swerve, Whirl. See, I'm blanking because that's not one of the continuities I specifically like. But yeah, that's basically what I'm saying, is like I should like narrow it down to like the characters that people know and have a few things of the things I like the Titans and stuff, but that's not like the main thing. Like have a more collected group of stuff that people be like, I know that character, I would buy that. You know what I mean? So also with sizing, a lot of people do not have space for like large prints, right? So when you make large prints, you kind of want to be more selective of what is offered. Same thing with the whole main character thing. I should have more main characters, but also making the sizing so it actually like fits with the art. So right now with the 11 by 17s, I have to like slow key kind of like squash and stretch to the tiniest degree, but still squash, stretch, and crop a lot of my art pieces to fit in the 11x17. Just last night, before I recorded this, I realized there is a print size that is 11x14. That's not the most common, but it's like common enough that there are fine art papers that size as well as frames that size. So what I want to do is phase out these 11x17 so I can do 11x14 so it's more accurate and true to like how my art looks, because I do my work on 9x12 paper. So making it at this 11x14, it's actually the same dimensions but like a little larger. And as well, on that note of sizing, I have like 6x4 and 5x7 prints. It's like there's no reason why there has to be this many different sizes of things on my table. So I'm thinking of just consolidating all my prints, all my small prints, to be 5x7, because you know, it just, there's too much to like look at. I feel there's too, and it's like, I don't know, why is this 1 inch smaller than this one? It's like a 1 inch, you know. So I'm thinking consolidating the sizes so it's less mess to 11x14, 5x7, and 8x8, because I still think the square one's a good look, so I'll keep those. And on the note of charms and stickers, basically back to what I was saying before, doing the main characters and things like that, because I didn't really have a lot of stickers this time around, and I didn't really have a lot of charms. And the charms I had, what was it, Giratina with shoes, and what was it? I lost my train of thought. Giratina with shoes, and then like Metroplex and TFCon, which, like I said, they are not popular characters. I mean, there are characters that are popular, but not with the demographic that buys acrylic charms, and not in the way I draw Transformers. And I also had like a little Wall-E pin, and I think those are really cute, but those are probably like not what people are looking for when they're going to Transformers convention. I'm surprised no one really pointed out the Wall-E and acrylic pins that I had, because I'm like, oh, it's a cute robot character people know, and I like Wall-E, but it's like only one person pointed them out and no one actually bought it. So I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, making more charms, and finding out what art charms I can make as well. I think the alt modes that I have on the Beast Wars tote bag, I can make those characters into charms, because it's already there. Like, it's already like a transparent image that I just have to upload into my manufacturer, and then they'll make the charms for me. It's easy, but it just costs a lot. So it's like these little things that don't have to necessarily be hard on me, but it's pretty doable. I just have to have the cash for that. So yeah, and stickers, I feel like I'm just gonna outsource those, because doing it on my Silhouette machine is so hard, because I don't know why, no matter how I try to troubleshoot it, it gives me the tiniest amount of error in the spacing, and that drives me crazy. And then the fact that I still have to hand laminate it too as well before I put in the cameo, and then it cuts and it makes me crazy. So I'm just gonna outsource those. And the main thing being, I have to have all this done and planned in advance before an event. I can't just do it like night of or nights leading to. So I want to work on that. And in my heart, I know a lot of the art that I've had that's new for this con, a lot of it is rushed, and it's just unfortunate, because I want to do more in-depth illustrations, and that would cost like more time. And the thing is, I take a while to make art, and it's kind of like comparisоnism comes up, because I'm aware a lot of other people who do the arts out of circuit, they're a lot quicker when it comes to arts, like 2 hours or less or whatever. But for me, it takes like a good 15 hours for a lot of like the full illustration stuff that I do, from sketch to lining to actual watercoloring. It takes that long, if not more so. But it's like I really have to hunker down and sit down and figure that out for myself, of if I can make that process faster, and if it's not, to just kind of deal with it and just rise and grind. Because I do want to look at my art and go like, wow, that's really great and awesome. But for certain pieces, I'm really like, I'm aware of how I kind of rushed that. Even though it took 15 hours, the fact that I'm aware of how the process got there. Like, I was sitting at a chair for this long in the span of 2 days. It kind of gives like, I'm not sure how well it looks kind of vibes to me. So that's a big one. Spending more time, but being more proactive of like when I have things done. Also, I guess like lastly, being more mature about what things do well and what things don't, and what things I can improve. And this is mainly just a me thing. Like, if you've like seen my other previous videos, this is always like a persistent issue I have, is just like feeling confident or not confident, or feeling down or not down about the things that I do. And it's like, because like throughout the whole weekend, like before and after the con, I've been like kind of like, oh no, my art's not really that good, I kind of just sucks and the whole time. And it like gives me like an emotional roller coaster, even though I look happy on the outside. I'm just like, oh, I don't know how things are going to turn out on the inside. I just gotta be like less whiny, because if I do want to do art seriously, real in 4K as a job, right, I gotta like not take things personally. And I don't when it comes to like people buying it, but it's more like reflecting on myself, like, am I a bad person, am I a bad artist because this doesn't do that, or I didn't do this, I did it, things like that. But it's just like just rise and grind. That's pretty much it. There's nothing I can really do about it beyond that. Just get the work done, do it, like, shut up. Things that actually did pretty well, honestly, I was surprised that the little pens did really well, like the ones with the acrylic charms on them. And of course, characters that did well were Cosmos and Skyfire, because those are not popular guys. Like, they're not the main characters, but they're characters that people really like. Those sold out really well. And a lot of people were like, oh, do you have other characters such as like Starscream, Bumblebee, those being two actually popular characters, Transformers? And I was like, oh no, I only have four, and those are just Skyfire, Cosmos, Omega Supreme, and Skylynx. So in the future, I will definitely do more of them, because it's cute. I like drawing in that really cute, simple chibi style anyway. And if people like those pens, I'm like, why not? I mean, I would want to have them too. So there's that. And another thing that did well was their Hot Rod fishing charm, where it's like, well, let me see, where it's like, women fear me, fish fear me, men turn their gay eyes away from me. Even though it's a very specific meme thing, I noticed that always did pretty well, be it this con or in LA. So definitely we'll make more of those. And probably think, oh, what are some other like funny little meme things that actually do well, like actually people understand and it's funny even if they don't. So that did pretty well too. But yeah, in summary, while not the most financially successful thing ever, I had a really fun time being at TFCon Baltimore. I don't know if I'm gonna do TFCon Chicago. I'd love to, but it's like a whole money thing, as I'm trying to figure out what shows I can do, but also like, what can I even pay for right now? Like, I hope they don't announce paying for tables for that like right now. I definitely would love to go though. But also, like, do I only want to keep doing Transformers art ever, or do I want to try different shows? Like, I was thinking of doing LA Pet Fair, meaning I'm gonna have to do a lot more animal based art. So I'm kind of like leveraging between, oh, what am I gonna do, type thing. So yeah, overall very fun. Not a fan of the location of the city per se, but the venue is very great. And yeah, I have a lot to work on, but I feel pretty good. Like, I have solid ideas that I think will go pretty well as far as art and merch to make. And I gotta rise and grind and do it, you know. I'm not gonna be a little baby and complain and cry to myself, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, those are my thoughts on it. And yeah, thank you for watching the Yap, and thank you for watching this video. And if you guys are there, hi, hello, it is me, Reno. And yeah, if you want to share what was your favorite thing at the convention, or merch that you got, or your experiences, feel free to share below if you want. Or if not, it was nice having you here anyway, and thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one, whenever that is. I gotta stop being lazy with these things, because I have so much B-roll I could have been making videos with, but I didn't do it. But anyway, okay, gotta go. Bye.